I must say, I must extend my thanks to the COVID task force for granting us permission, as well as our minister, our newly installed Minister of Sports, for accommodating us. As you would know, since the COVID pandemic, cycling has taken a backseat, whereas we have decided not to hold any events. Well, we couldn't hold any events, and as such, cycling was predominantly dead for the entire year.
Yeah.
When we were told that there was a possibility to get us back on track, but obviously we had to go through certain channels, which we did. We wrote a letter applying for permission on the 19th of October, and last week we got the permission. On Thursday I got the call. So right away we sprung into action. We started calling around our people, and because the guys were anxious to get back on the bike, we have not stopped the guys from training. They were training in small groups and so forth. We were trying to get it out there for them to maintain themselves in a proper manner, meaning they follow the COVID guidelines,
right,
and so forth. But like I said, we got the permission on Thursday, and right away we started. In order to facilitate the COVID guidelines, there's only one particular race that can answer such guidelines, which would be the individual time trial. Now, an individual time trial is a race where competitors are timed individually on a set distance over a course or track. Basically, it's dubbed the race of truth. It's the race against the clock. So we said that once you have one person at a time, that would more or less comply with what we have to do.
Right.
We intend to run this race based on the cyclists will line up 6 feet apart and await their turn to start. Each cyclist will start with the timekeeper signals them to start. The cyclist will then proceed along the route to the finish line. At the finish line, another timekeeper will record the cyclist finishes, the time that they finish in. The proposed guidelines that we're doing, we're asking for a pre-registration at the so this way we won't have the amount of people coming to a table and so forth. So pre-registration will be required to ascertain the number of cyclists. We're asking that cyclists only have one chaperone to assist them in anything they need. Based on the pre-registration, we can now allocate the start times and the participants and even stagger arrivals accordingly.
Right.
The persons will be checked before using a temperature gun. We have a temperature gun already, as well as we're asking all officials to wear masks during the entire event. We're asking the cyclists to wear the mask before the event, and as soon as they complete, they will put on back their mask. And their chaperones will have masks throughout the event as well. When the cyclist starts, then the other cyclist, they will have a period of 2 minutes before he starts his turn. So that's the staggered time to prevent them from coming into one another.